I don't even know what to say anymore because it's been such a long time. I'm kind of awkward. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Prairie Avenue. My name is Lonzo'S. It's episode number 21, and we haven't made an episode in nearly 2 months. And that feels pretty fucking cool to say. But yeah, we're back. It's a new era. If I had to say so myself, it's a new era of Prairie Avenue. Everything's starting to look a little bit different. Everything's starting to, I think, fall into place and how I want to approach this whole thing and what I really want to do. And it feels nice. It feels good. It feels like we're actually trying to get somewhere. It's really hard to do this on your own. But yeah, let's give a rundown because this is the first episode in a really long time, and I don't really know what else to start with other than where have I been for the last 2 months. Well, what had happened was it was around April, and I knew I only had a month left to finish out a 20-page paper, which I did get a 19 out of 20 on for writing a whole 20-page paper on history on Japan, and it was pretty cool. So now if you ask me about, not history of Japan, baseball in Japan since World War II, if you have any questions about that, you just go ahead and ask me, and I'm going to go ahead and have something for you. But yeah, I mean, I spent all my entirety of April going through that, and it was like really, really fucking rough because of, I mean, my last day, I stayed up to like 4 a.m, like 2 energy drinks, a bag of Ruffles. At that point, I should have just showered and just gone to work an hour early, but it was fine. I decided to take like a 30-minute nap. But either way, I focused on my paper. I finished school, and that was really cool. I'm gonna be going back for my master's, so that's a crazy announcement. I really want to do my master's and continue my education in communications. I got a raise at my job. I also started applying to other jobs. I finished my last internship with Hope International University, so that I did that for a whole semester, which it flew by me to do like over 50 games of commentating. I can't believe I did that many games, but it flew by, and I'm really happy. I think the way it's going, I'm most likely just going to return to Hope International this following semester to be the play-by-play commentator and probably help out with some writing stuff as well. And I just started applying to jobs. So it was kind of like, all right, well, got to finish out the internship, got to go to class, got to go to work, got to go to the gym. I stopped trying to be big. I'm just like, I just need to do cardio and get skinnier. So if you see some skinniness, it's because I started to do more cardio. And I was like, damn, like I got to start looking for another internship. Like a summer one would be really cool. So, I'm looking up at all these internships, and if I live on my own, so I can't really just quit my 9 to 5 or my 6 to 2:30 and be like, hey, yeah, like, let me drop all that and do your summer internship for 2 months, non-paid or minimum wage. So I can't do that. So it was like already a struggle where I'm like, oh, shoot, I got to figure out like where the fuck I'm going to go. And I'm just finding internships, trying to see if anybody has like a different work schedule, work from home / be there on game days. Like I'll do game days and stuff and be there early. So I was in talks with a Arroyo Seco down in Pasadena. That didn't really work out. They needed me all the time. I also talked to this other club, ASMG. That didn't work out either. It was just a lot of teams. I feels like I kept on applying for stuff. It failed. Or they just never got back to me. I emailed so many different community colleges. I mean, I've been just trying to help out with whatever way I can, whether it's through play-by-play or if it's just, sports writing or whatever they needed me for in the athletic department, I was willing to do. And it sucks because I wasn't, not a lot of places got back to me, but everything happens for a reason. I ended up getting a new internship with LA Force. So it's a professional team down in Long Beach, California. They play out of Long Beach Community College, and they are now in the NISA, which is the fourth tier, or people call it the fourth or fifth tier of professional soccer here in the United States. So I'm gonna be their main sports writer. I asked to be their play-by-play guy. They said they actually contract an outside company to do it for them, so that kind of sucks. But I will be on call for whatever reason a play-by-play guy can't make it to any of the home games. I'll be doing it, so that'll be really fucking cool. So I'm not praying for anybody's sickness, but if it does happen, that'll be a good opportunity. But I will be the beat writer for them. So preview games, postmates, post game, some interviews, press conferences, writing out quotes and stuff like that, and maybe helping out with some social media stuff. They need a lot of help. They've been around since like 2017. They just haven't had much help in promotion. So gonna be doing that, and that's kind of like where it all happened. And in between that, I think if you do follow this, it's like, all right, well, you saw me posting like a bunch of shit, and I was like, oh, well, he's trying to get back into it. I'm just trying to get more comfortable and stuff, and I'm liking more the social media side. I, obviously, like, I like Prairie Avenue too. I love doing this. This is why I even started in the first place. So it's come a long way. And if you join us on the YouTube, you'll notice it's like a totally different look too. I'm trying to change it all up, and I'm trying to really like brand myself. And that's kind of where I wanted to go with this before we top talk on like anything else is, what I wanted to do with this. And it's not like, and I put like company idea. It's not that I want to make it a company. It's more that I think it's important that I kind of create this kind of brand of Prairie Avenue, or, a production of something. Well, I was thinking like, LR Productions. That's too fucking cliche. Like, try to find some kind of like clever way of going about it. And that's kind of what I wanted to do, is like, all right, well, what's the best way possible for me to make this into an actual company? And, I'm just trying to figure it out and find out some names. And that's kind of been where I'm at. And, I also do gaming. So like sometimes I record myself gaming. I'm like, I should just post this because why not? And, I just can do that too. And that's like what I mean. It's like you kind of start growing yourself outwards. And I think it creates, a big opportunity, but I also think that I would need help. So if anybody wants to do shit like that, that'd be really cool. It's pretty easy. So, I mean, yeah, man, all you need is a camera and a microphone, and who knows where that takes you. And really, a lot of these companies that I've applied for, I've mentioned that I do Prairie Avenue. They said that's really good that you like have something like that. It's not common. It's not easy to do a podcast. It's not easy to manage a social media all on your own, let alone it takes a lot of commitment to make over 20 episodes and try to do that because of how busy our life schedule is as a college student. But like I said, if everyone that knows me, I made this because I'm not going to be at the highest like level of competitiveness when it comes to competing against kids who, knew they wanted to go into communications their entire lives and were like in the radio station and stuff. And it was just like, well, shit, how am I going to compete against that? Well, here I am trying to make something and create a brand out of it. So it helps out, and it's cool that some people have like given me like props to what I do. I've also reached out to Titan Sports Network, so I'm hoping that works out for next semester to go back for the fall for Fullerton and start do some play-by-play commentary on ESPN Plus. If that works out, I made it for me. But yeah, that's really what's been going on. It's been kind of just like this really busy process that I have like no clue of like, not no clue where I'm going, but I'm just kind of letting the wind take me. And I'm really grateful. I'm really excited. I just submitted my first pregame write-up to the marketing department down for LA4. So they'll probably post that either later today or tomorrow morning. So that's going to be really cool. And yeah, it's sports are going. I go to Dodger game all the time. I enjoy like, I'm just trying to enjoy life for what I have right now. My little sister's graduating. Everything's kind of just going, So, yeah, seeing like, I'm going to Dodger game. I'm excited for Rams. I want to go to Angels game soon. I got to show my respect. And just enjoying it, just taking it one step at a time. That's the most I can do. And this has kind of just become my kind of a journal right now, but I think it's cool. I think it's cool that you guys can listen to me for like 9 minutes if you are here that deep. If you're not, I can actually see if you're not fucking staying the whole time. So excuse my language, but yeah, I can see if you're not staying. So you better stay for the rest of it. But YouTube stuff is new. We're going to have new segments. We're going to have new social media coming out, breaking news, everything we're doing. We're trying to keep up, and anything I see that it's really interesting, I'm trying to tweet it, and it can be easy as posts, and I can just do stuff and do it. And I can do it on my phone at work, like everything, which is trying to come out. So, cross your fingers that everything goes well. But that's where we're at. This is my Fullerton ball. I kind of hold it a lot, especially when I'm recording. It helps me like kind of focus. So, Anyways, let's get back into it because we don't want to make it kind of short. We don't want to make it super long. We just want to go ahead and talk about it. So let's get into it. Rams and Chargers. We missed. I mean, the last time I wanted to make an episode, I wanted to talk about the Rams and the Chargers and their draft classes. That never freaking happened. So here I am, like a month later after the freaking draft. We're already into like training activities. We're about to go into training camp for the NFL. So it's like we're like way behind, but it's perfectly fine. All right. So what's happened with the Rams? The Rams got really good as draft picks. Okay. We're talking about a good amount of steals. The three kind of guys I want to focus on are really literally the first three draft picks. We're going to go with Jared Verse, the first ever draft pick in like over 8 years for the Los Angeles Rams. The last time we got was Jared Goff, and now we got Jared Verse. I don't know why we chose two fucking Jareds. Who knows? But got them two. Jared Verse wasn't supposed to be available when the Rams had their pick. He was because of the Falcons, ended up selecting Michael Penix Jr., a quarterback, after they got, Kirk Cousins. So it's like, it was it screwed up everybody's draft board. You could tell everybody went into a panic after that. And Jared Verse ended up just literally falling like a freaking pin right in front of you. And you're like, well, look at that. He fell into our lap. Let's take Jared Verse. He was arguably one of the best pass rushers in the entire draft class, especially like with Dallas Turner. So it's kind of like, who is he going to go? Jared Verse, we got him. And I low-key think it was a steal. Then we got his teammate, Braden Fisk. That's going to be fucking cool. You're talking about two guys that played through college. I think the last 2 years, they both were transfers. They both played for the last 2 years together. They bunked together. They dormed. They were best friends on and off campus. They were like homies. And now they get drafted to the same Los Angeles Rams team. If you could put yourself back where you were playing any kind of sport, and I think a good amount of you have played some kind of competitiveness, whether it's just outside of school type thing, when you're playing for someone for so long, and I've had the experience. I remember this one guy named Danny. Man, that guy was cool. I don't remember his last name. I think it's with an M. Danny. I played with him through my entire time of youth of soccer, probably from age 7 to 13. I'm not even joking. Every year on the same team, we were always together. I mean, then they just always put us together. We ended up playing some club. Like, it was really cool. Shout out to Danny. I don't know if you freaking can see this one day, but we were like homies, right? Of course, I was too young to have social media. I had email or some shit, but I can only imagine if you take that full ride and you make it with someone through college and through professional level, the chemistry is insane. It makes you that much more comfortable to be yourself around new people. It helps out a lot, and people can say this is really cool. No, it can truly do something for you. Whether it's just your best friend and you take your best friend with you to college, I think a lot of people can kind of relate to that. It makes it the experience just that much easier. This is just an easier transition for me. So that's going to be really cool. And ended up getting Blake Corum with the third draft pick. Of course, Blake Corum, if you watch college football, you know his last name. He's one of the greatest running backs in Michigan Wolverines history. That's crazy. Was coach under John Harbaugh, now the head coach for the Chargers. It's kind of just this whole thing of damn, we got 3 amazing studs like that in the first 3 rounds. Yes, we did. And it's exactly what the Rams needed. I say we a lot because I'm a Rams fan. So it's all right, this is pretty fucking cool. So now they're going to be elite. Puka Nacua, you've seen him all over the place. Apparently he's gotten slimmer. I'm a little worried because I think the part that was really cool about Puka during his rookie season last year was how well he was able to get yards after he caught the ball. A lot of receivers kind of catch the ball, get hit immediately, or just drop to try to get the yardage. He always fought for the yards, but he was big. He wasn't huge, but he was just bulky, had a lot of strength to him. He lost a lot of weight, you could tell. And it's going to be cool because it's going to be a different Puka Nacua, but a lot of it has to do with the fact that you got to look back and be hey, well, what made Puka really fucking great was he would catch the ball, and that wasn't the end of it. It was catch the ball, and I'm oh, where's he going to run now? He's probably going to get 10 more yards. So we'll see. But those are kind of the main things. I'm just rushing through this because I'm just trying to get this whole flow back. But the Chargers, man, I'm kind of impressed. They got this whole new facility down in El Segundo. Shout out to Andy for doing the coffee event down in Chargers right now. I think they were doing some kind of fundraising event. But the Chargers' new facility down in El Segundo, it looks freaking sick. The 2 practice fields is really close. So maybe I might want to shoot by it for a practice. A lot of times they actually have free stuff for you to do that. So I want to see maybe I can shoot by. So that'd be really cool. The Rams are also going to LMU for the training camp this year. I haven't even checked where the Chargers are going to be for theirs, but we'll see what. Or sorry, the Rams. Yeah, the Chargers were going to be for their training camp. So we'll see what happens. But I mean, Joe Alt, you got Joe Alt, a prime left tackle. His daddy was a prime left, one of the best at his position. I don't think he played left tackle, by the way. His daddy's a Hall of Famer for the Chiefs. Are you fucking kidding me? And now you're going to come in as his son, bigger than your daddy? Bro, I don't know if you saw the video, and I think you should see the video. Freaking Joe Alt just standing up in the draft class, and you're like, what the fuck? Dude, his mom and his dad look so short, and they're for sure both like over 6 feet. He's like 7'1", 7'2". I don't know. Get my facts straight, but like, dude, what the fuck? Sorry for so much of the profanity, but dude, that's nasty. Like, I'm 5'9". I'm 5'9". I just winked at the camera for anyone that didn't see. I'm 5'9", and I'm like, holy shit, dude. I have to look up to talk to that dude. That's absolutely insane. But hey, Joe Alt, he's gonna be great. Ladd McConkey, he's gonna be pretty decent too. I think the wide receiver room is kind of a questionable spot, but still, hey, Justin Herbert looks good, ready to go. And of course, they got Brennan Rice, the son of Jerry Rice. So a lot of questions, but you do have Justin Herbert as your quarterback, so not that many questions at the same time. But yeah, I mean, that's really it. There's not much I really want to go into. I don't want to go super deep and be like, the Chargers got like this guy in the 5th round. No, I'm not that guy. I just kind of want to hop back on for a few more minutes and kind of get myself going. You know, we're trying to hop back into the whole flow, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's what I enjoy to do, but you know, I just want to focus on social media right now. And I think that's one of the main points I really want to get to, is that, you know, social media is kind of where you need to grow. I'm not even playing with you guys. I mean, even if I made like 2 TikTok videos, you get like 300 views on your profile. And that helps out so much. I mean, then I look at how many people are viewing my website or my link tree, and then you're viewing some people visit your YouTube page, to your Instagram pages, which you can get if you make it kind of like a business digital creator kind of like label. You get to see all these analytics and insights of numbers that come through, and you're like, wow, like, you know, before I would barely get anything. Now I'm like, oh, okay, you got 3 followers off of 2 videos. That's not bad. Of course, it's going to get bigger the more and more you post, the more consistently you post, the good quality of stuff that you put out. It's going to come back to you, but it means a lot. I mean, I haven't made a video in like 2 months, right? In that last video, I believe I talked about the Dodgers. I got to look back. I think it was like a show I hit 1 too. Point is, I made that video. I only got maybe like 10 listens. That's how much I get typically per episode. Shout out to you guys. Mwah. Thank you so much for listening for 10 episodes or 10 times. Thank you. But I had that out, right? And I hadn't made anything. But since then, I've been focused on my social media. I haven't been going in front of camera and being like, hey, what's up, guys? Oh, my God. No, I was like, all right, let's just focus on social media. Let's see how good we can get it. And I can make them really quick. Sometimes I'm not home or I'm really fucking busy. So I'm like, okay, like let's just make the social media stuff. And I'm making it. I'm dropping stuff on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube Reels. And I'm like, oh my God, like, did I just get like an extra 15 listens on that last episode just because I dropped a video, like the same video on those different platforms? Like I did. And now I'm at that episode was at 30 listens, and I'm like, oh shit, 30. And this was probably like 2 days ago that I noticed. I was like, oh my God, like I just saw that I got 30 listens on this one episode I made 2 months ago now, because of the effort I put into those TikTok videos and musics and shit. And I'm like trying to make these reels. The reels are the hardest part, but like you make them and you're like, oh my God, it kind of brings a lot of traction, I guess. I don't know whether I just never thought about it, but yeah, like it's huge, and it's hard because I'm trying to do it on my own, but it's really cool, like seeing stuff like that you're like, holy shit, like this can actually work, you know. Don't think it can't work. But yeah, I mean, I think that's what's coming up, man. Just more social media, more episodes, and we're just trying to hop back into the flow. We didn't have a schedule. We were just trying to make some social media until we found a job. We got an internship, we got work, we got to go to the gym, we got everything we need to fucking do. And it's grind. It's time to grind. It doesn't stop. That you can't. Just if you really want it, you got to go get it. And that's just the bottom line. So I'm trying to go get it. I'm trying to do something, as stupid as that sounds. It's gonna be a fun ride, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go somewhere really, really cool. So it's my journal. It's my little Rams Chargers rant. They didn't even fucking count, but I'm just here just ranting to you guys. So I really appreciate you guys staying for 20 minutes. See you soon. Episode 22 gonna come out. Most likely gonna talk about some Dodgers and Angels baseball because that's all I really freaking care about. And the Kings got eliminated, and we're about to go to the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs and the NBA Finals. This is gonna be really cool. So thank you so much for listening. My name is Lonzo Rivera. We'll go ahead and see you next time on Prairie Avenue.